people think that dandruff is caused by a dry scalp, which is actually the opposite. A lot of times it's really caused by an oily scalp. So, the scalp is skin, right?
Scalp is skin.
It's funny.
Let's ring that in, guys.
Scalp is skin.
People that are designing products are designing for the hair, not necessarily hair and scalp in mind.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Skin Goals. I'm your host, Lisa Avalos.
Hey, and I'm Kelly Sittler. And boy, do we have some great topic today. Diving again into the world of hair care.
Again. Or for the first time.
For the first time.
Right?
Da, da, da.
Yes. So for some of you, this might be new information, which we're, again, drum rolling.
I need to do it here.
Yes.
There we go. We got it.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah. So L'Oreal Dermatological Beauty is launching into hair care.
Woo!
Very exciting. Yes. And one of our favorite brands, Vichy.
Yes.
From the volcanoes of France.
Our iconic Vichy, okay?
Yes.
Mineral 89 iconic Vichy, right?
Yes.
What is your...
Love a hyaluronic acid.
You guys must be ride or dies for Vichy because most people don't always know that.
Right. I mean, Vichy is like, it's coming on up. Like,
it's life.
Love it.
Yeah. If you love a serum, if you love hyaluronic acid, if you love a strong barrier because of a mineral from the volcanoes, the water from France, you're in the right place.
Yes. Baked into that formulation. We're so excited to now launch hair. And we have such an amazing guest with us today to take us into the world of Vichy Dercos. I'm so excited that you're here, Christina Bishop. And your title, I'm going to get it right, Director of Scientific Valorization.
Yes.
And can you tell our listeners, like, what is your title?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, so it's funny. Everybody says that they go, oh, that sounds great, but no one actually knows what it is. So I say valorization is like a fancy French word for saying scientific communication. Okay. So pretty much what my team does is we oversee all of the scientific communication and the product activation and claims and how we bring these great products to life for all of hair care development and styling in the U.S.
What made you get into this type of role? Like, tell us a little bit about you. Yeah.
So it's really funny. I was a chemistry major in college, and I got introduced into cosmetic science through actually my master's program. So I interned at L'Oreal, so full circle moment. I started as an intern, got first introduced into beauty, and just really loved the idea of like beauty and science.
And I love the word valorization. I'm into it.
Thank you.
So we're so excited today to get into Vichy Dercos with you and all of, the details on these products. We're so excited. Give us a little sneak peek.
Yeah, so Vichy is already really exciting. It's already the #1 dermatologist-recommended anti-dandruff brand in Europe. Mm-hmm. So it made total sense to bring that success into the U.S.
Every auntie and uncle who I have from Europe, they're always like, Kelly, can you get me the Vichy Dercos? Kelly, can you get me the Vichy hair care? Kelly, I want the Vichy hair care. And so it's like, it is so popular. I'm so excited that we're going to be
in the U.S. now.
In the U.S. now.
We've gotten that from, it's funny, when we were meeting with several dermatologists, they were saying, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to pack all of them in my suitcase when I go to Europe anymore.
Yes. This is what we've been doing. Yes. Oh my God. How exciting.
Yeah. So how long has Vichy been doing hair in Europe? Like Dercos, how long has it been around?
Oh gosh, I believe it's about 40 years. It's been some time,
Mm-hmm. So it's been a long time coming, friends.
Yes,
Yeah, we've been needing this in the U.S. and it's finally here.
Yeah.
So we're so ready for it.
Yes. So what came to the U.S. first was the anti-dandruff shampoo. Can you tell us a little bit of the different dandruffs and who Vichy Dercos dandruff shampoo is made for?
Yeah, so dandruff is an accumulation of flakes and cellular debris on the scalp. And a dandruff scale is like a cluster of these flakes. Mm-hmm. So we classify it as the non-adherent to the adherent dandruff. So the adherent is the stuff that sticks to your scalp, you would say. And then the non-adherent is the one that ends up floating around your hair and ending up around your shoulders. Mm-hmm. So the more of these clusters, the more severe your dandruff is. And the Dercos line is directly for moderate to severe dandruff, which is great, which is why it's dermatologist recommended, but now, available to have that option over the counter.
That's amazing.
So good to know. I'm thinking about like a dandruff scale, like, and then the mild, moderate, or severe, like kind of, is that kind of the scale? Or
Exactly,
okay.
exactly. So you think of like mild to moderate is when you see like dryness in the beginning of these flakes. And from what I understand from my dermatologist friends is the more you see more redness and the more you see like a really irritation and strong itch, that's when you might think that you need something a little bit stronger going into that moderate to severe. But of course, it's easier to get a clinical diagnosis from a doctor.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So going into the 3 products. So we have the anti-dandruff shampoo, we have the conditioner, and there's also in the range a leave-in serum, which I'm so excited about.
Yeah.
But like, tell us a little about like, what are the specific benefits in combating dandruff for each of these and soothing the scalp?
For the shampoo, we chose selenium sulfide. And particularly for this shampoo, it is a micronized selenium sulfide, which means it is really, really effective at combating moderate to severe dandruff. Then the conditioner doesn't contain active ingredients, but was really carefully chosen to give you that cosmetic elegance. So it's going to help to soothe the scalp. So usually, it's a different practice because when you talk about conditioners, you usually apply it to like your mid-lengths and ends.
Yeah.
But what we do is you apply this conditioner to your scalp. It helps to soothe the scalp. It contains niacinamide and glycerin and also helps to give your hair, there's nourishing oils, gives your hair strength and shine, which is really, really great because, again, people sometimes use these products and it strips their hair or they don't feel like they're having a great experience. And then the leave-on serum contains a different active. It contains salicylic acid, and this is really helpful in between your washes because there are some people, again, if you're experiencing moderate or severe dandruff, you might not wash every day. And if you have salicylic acid, it's a known exfoliator in skin. I'm sure you guys have heard that. But in hair as well, it helps to kind of loosen and remove those flakes in between washes, as well as provide some soothing. So there's niacinamide in that as well. So you get both the calming of the scalp, but also you get the removing of the flakes in between your washes, which is great.
That's amazing because I do have, I would say moderate to severe flaking, and I don't wash every day because I feel like my scalp's already so dry. I can't be washing all the time. So that serum spray is going to be amazing for me.
Yeah, in between, right?
It's really nice, and it's a targeted nozzle too. So you put it exactly where you want it. Personally, I use it pretty often. You can use it up to 1 to 4 times daily, which is nice. So it's a hydroalcoholic formula, so which means that you put it on the scalp and it kind of dries rather quickly. So you don't have to worry about like oils or things that are going to build up or feel kind of heavy. You can use it as often as you need it. And again, you get both the active as well as the calming, which is really, really helpful. Think about getting your blowout and not having to wash your hair, as often as maybe you need to just to deal with your dandruff.
So it's so true. You know what I also love that there's the conditioner in the line because like a lot of times what I'm kind of thinking is like as you're treating something, you also want to make sure that you're actually taking care of your hair and having
you want the shine
and you want your hair to like feel good. And so I love like that it's in the line. Like it's nice.
Can you tell us about the shine?
Yes. So actually we got a 78% increase in shine when we look at the shampoo and conditioner. And all of the claims that we have were tested as standalone products, which is really good actually because we know that individually they work very, very effectively. But yes, the conditioner is a moisturizing hair and scalp. So moisture to your scalp, but then 78% increase in shine, as well as 2 times less breakage that you get. We saw that you also increase the strength of your hair, which, everybody always wants that, especially if you have damaged hair or color-treated hair, which is another actual benefit on these. We tested them to know that they're suitable for color-treated hair as well.
That is huge for me. So yes.
But it sounds so luxurious. Like, oh my goodness.
It does. Honestly, talking about this, it makes me want to wash my hair right now. I don't know if anyone in the audience is feeling this way, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm really going to pay attention to next time I wash my hair. Like truly. So
So is there any specific tips for applying and using the products?
Yeah, so you use them in your however you would with your routine. So as a shampoo, I guess again, if you have moderate to severe dandruff, usually the monograph tells you to use it like at least 2 to 3 times per week. So that's according to your usage. And then the conditioner again really helps for soothing the scalp. And again getting that shine and just conditioning to your hair. And then again for the serum, 1 to 4 times daily or as often as needed.
Love that. Love that. Makes it really simple to follow and consistent, right? Right.
Exactly.
Find what works for you.
Exactly. And the nice thing I like about the conditioners, because it was tested as a standalone, you can kind of use it with your other routines. So if you want to kind of use an anti-dandruff shampoo and then switch into your typical shampoo, you're welcome to do that as well.
So like diving a little bit into scalp health, are there any like misconceptions about dandruff and scalp health? Anything that we should know?
A lot of people think that dandruff is caused by a dry scalp, which is actually the opposite because there are some types of dandruff that are dry scalp, but a lot of times it's really caused by an oily scalp and an oily environment where melasthesia grows. So the selenium sulfide is actually targeted for melasthesia, and that's kind of the story behind Dercos. But the dry flakes is actually different. So dry flakes tend to be lighter and whiter and smaller versus dandruff flakes, which are like oily and yellow and larger. So not always caused by a dry scalp. Some people also think that dandruff is caused by poor hygiene, and it's not necessarily true because sometimes, frequent washing and overwashing can actually disrupt the scalp barrier and open yourself up to different conditions. So it's a balance of washing enough, but not too frequently. And another misconception is that people think dandruff is like primarily cosmetic, and it's a condition. So it is something that requires like medical intervention. So if it's something you see that there's a problem, obviously consult your doctor with it.
So what are some other best practices for maintaining a healthy scalp?
Yeah, so the scalp is skin, right?
Scalp is skin.
It's funny.
Let's ring that in, guys.
Scalp is skin.
Scalp is
like
skin,
it.
and I think up until the last couple years or so, that now scalp is getting all this attention with like the skinification of hair, and people are realizing that like whatever you do to your roots, so where you grow your hair, affects the outcome of the hair that's growing outside of it. So super important to, I guess, maintain a healthy lifestyle because it starts from within. So, hydrating and maintaining stress and all that type of stuff. And also it's about balance. So not too many oils where you're going to clog your follicles, but also not too much frequent washing where you could disrupt your scalp barrier.
I'm thinking about this now. I'm like, the right amount of washing consistently, or like really being aware and cognizant.
Yeah, it's like the 3 little bears. You have to find the right one, like the right routine, how often.
Exactly. And it varies for everybody, right? Everybody's very different in terms of the same with skin. Right? There are some people that are super oily. There are some people that are super dry. And, finding that balance, it's the same thing with scalp health.
I think the 3 little bears is like the perfect reference because Goldilocks.
Goldilocks, yes.
Moving into like, dry, itchy scalp, because we know that oftentimes when you have, if you've had dandruff, it's like, it can be itchy and it can be uncomfortable. So like, what are some of the common causes of that dry, itchy scalp? Is there anything like besides dandruff that's going on, or is it dandruff or?
Yeah, people don't realize that actually the environment plays a role. Like, we're getting into these winter months and, winter months can kind of dry the scalp and strip it of moisture, again, same as your skin. And also, like we talked about, frequent washing. So some people think that, okay, I'm seeing these flakes or I'm really itchy, I must have to wash more often. And you could be making it worse, right? You never know sometimes if it's good to also consult a doctor because you could have allergic reactions to certain things and certain ingredients. So that's something to look out for as well. And then something we don't talk about enough, stress can sometimes play a role. We learned that from our dermatologist friends yesterday that stress can trigger all types of skin conditions. So including your scalp. So I learned a lot from my derm friends yesterday, I have to say.
So many layers to it. It's so many layers, which is why it's really great to talk with your doctor or your derm, when you're in the office. So it's fantastic.
What are some other steps that people can do to alleviate that dryness?
Kind of the same thing that we were talking about, finding the right balance and also looking for things that will provide moisture and hydration. So, when we look back at the Vichy line, for example, you do look for things that are going to kind of attack your dandruff, which is great, but also finding something that's going to soothe and moisturize. So like using the conditioner, the leave-in serum, looking for hydrating ingredients. And hydrating doesn't always mean oils and things because that can kind of clog. But again, finding that balance.
I love that the conditioner is put straight on your scalp.
Yes.
That is amazing
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
It was something that we had to talk about when we were designing the test, because usually when we work with consumers, it has to be put out your regular directions, which are, apply and, massage, but we had to make sure it was clear. Apply to your scalp because that's how you get scalp moisture.
Yeah, I think it is really important because a lot of times, even for me, I tend to put my conditioner here and down. So to know that it's
and this line specifically.
Exactly.
It's meant to go on the scalp.
Exactly. And that's really key too, because not all hair care products are like that. People that are designing products are designing for the hair, not necessarily hair and scalp in mind. So it's a nice balance.
Scalp. The scalp is included,
Hair
very much
and
so.
Scalp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gosh, I'm just like learning so much through this process.
And I also love that my favorite Vichy products, which I find so luxurious.
Yeah.
My serums, my moisturizers. I mean, we do not talk about Vichy enough. But now I can be luxurious with my hair care.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really am excited about the serum because I don't wash my hair that often. Like
serum it's really cool. I have to say that. Like as a user of it, and I use it quite often. It's really nice as in between, and also we tested it on different hair types too. When I'm ever having a little irritation, I don't feel like I don't want to wash. It's something that targeted nozzle is so helpful.
Yeah, it really gives you another layer of support.
Yeah.
So and depending on where you're at in like your week or your particular hair routine or whatever it is.
I feel like it helps you reach your hair goals. Your skin goals, your hair goals. Because like if you're not wanting to wash as frequently, but you like I have that little flake coming in, I don't want to wash it, but I feel like that spray is going to come in clutch.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
With no buildup, which is nice too.
Very nice. Exfoliating because of the salicylic acid.
Exactly.
I mean, I feel like I learned so much today. Christina Bishop, you valorized today, okay? You have been valorizing left and right over here. So yes, I learned so much. I'm so excited for these 3 products. Like,
lovely.
Yeah, and we're excited to have you back for more topics. And thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. You guys were great.
Yeah. Well, thanks, everyone.
We'll see you all next time.